The cafeteria was alive with chatter, trays clattering, and the occasional burst of laughter echoing through the walls. But in one quiet corner, sat Emma, alone. Her shoulders hunched, her long brown hair falling forward, and those oversized glasses perched on her nose. She picked at her sandwich, pretending not to hear the cruel whispers traveling from table to table. 4 eyes. Nerd. Can you even see the food in front of you with those things? She heard it all. Every word. Every laugh. They thought she was invisible, but she wasn't. She just chose not to fight back. Emma was the quiet girl. The one teachers praised for good grades but forgot at recess. The one classmates borrowed homework from but never invited to birthday parties. Her glasses, thick, clunky, outdated, were the first thing anyone noticed about her. And to them, it was all they wanted to notice. But no one knew the truth about Emma. No one knew what those glasses were hiding. The cruelty builds. The bullying wasn't just random jokes, it became a daily ritual. Books slapped out of her hands in the hallway. Snickers when she raised her hand in class. Someone once even scribbled "nerd" across her locker in permanent marker. At home, Emma tried to hide it. Her mom, a nurse working late hours, was too exhausted to notice the tears Emma wiped away before bed. And her dad. He had left years ago. The only one she could talk to was her grandmother, who always reminded her, "One day, sweetheart, what makes you different will make you shine." But at 15, Emma didn't believe it. At 15, she just wanted to be normal. The breaking point. It happened in the gym. A Friday afternoon, the echo of sneakers squeaking on polished wood. The bullies had her cornered near the bleachers. "Come on, Emma," one sneered. "Take those glasses off. Let's see what you're hiding." Her heart raced. She clutched her books, shaking her head. "Leave me alone." But they didn't. One boy reached out, snatched the glasses from her face, and held them high. The gym roared with laughter. Emma froze, her world blurring into shapes and colors. She couldn't see clearly, but she could feel the weight of dozens of eyes on her. And then it happened. She looked up, without her glasses. The laughter died. The unthinkable revealed. Emma's eyes. One a brilliant ocean blue. The other a vivid emerald green. The bullies blinked, stunned. For years they had called her ugly, weird, 4 eyes. But without her glasses, she was striking. Different. Unforgettable. "What's wrong with your eyes?" one stammered. Emma's voice, quiet but steady, answered. "Nothing's wrong. They're mine. They've always been mine." For the first time, she didn't hide. She stood tall, even as tears threatened to spill. Her secret was out. The gym was silent, but inside, Emma felt something she hadn't felt in years: power. The aftermath. Of course, word spread like wildfire. By Monday, everyone in school had he. The cafeteria was buzzing with laughter, clattering trays, and endless conversations, but at one small corner table sat Emma, the quiet girl no one seemed to notice, until the bullies made sure everyone did. Her thick-rimmed glasses slid down her nose as she looked at her food, pretending not to hear the whispers and giggles aimed her way. "Hey, 4 eyes," one of the boys shouted across the room. "Can you even see what you're eating through those bottle bottoms?" The table around him erupted in laughter. Emma's cheeks burned red, but she stayed silent. She always stayed silent. What no one knew, what Emma kept hidden, was that those glasses were more than just a way to see. They were a shield, a barrier between her and a world that had never been kind. And behind them was a secret no one could have imagined. For weeks, the bullying grew worse. Girls in her class snatched her glasses during lessons, holding them high above her reach. Boys made fake geek sounds whenever she passed by. Teachers tried to stop it, but kids are clever, bullies always find new ways. Emma learned to keep her head down, to bury herself in books, to hide behind silence. But silence has a breaking point. One Friday afternoon, as the gym echoed with sneakers squeaking against the polished floor, the bullies cornered her again. "Take them off," one demanded, pointing at her glasses. "Let's see what you're hiding. Bet you look even worse without them." The group of kids around them laughed, waiting for the show. Emma froze, gripping her books tightly against her chest. She could feel her heart pounding, her throat tightening, her body trembling. For years she had avoided this exact moment. But something inside her shifted that day. With trembling hands, she reached up and slowly removed her glasses. And the room went silent. Behind the lenses, Emma's eyes were unlike anything they had expected. One was a deep ocean blue, the other a striking shade of emerald green. The rare condition was called heterochromia, but the bullies didn't know that. All they knew was that the girl they mocked for being weird was suddenly unforgettable. "What's wrong with your eyes?" one of the bullies stammered. "Nothing's wrong," Emma finally spoke, her voice firm for the first time. "They're mine. They've always been mine." For the first time in years, she didn't shrink back. She didn't hide. She looked each of them in the eye, without fear, without shame. The bullies, unsure of what to say, shifted uncomfortably, their laughter dying in their throats. But Emma's challenge wasn't over. Word spread through the school like wildfire. Some kids were fascinated, some whispered rumors, and others called her a freak behind her back. The attention she had always dreaded now followed her everywhere. At first, Emma wanted to disappear again. She wished she had never taken off the glasses. But then something unexpected happened. One girl, Mia, approached her at lunch. "It.